What's up, guys? Time to show off a new Great White build. Hope you guys like this one. This is a laser dial. We are able to get some nice blues and almost like goldish browns in there. But the overall presentation is a nice blue. And it's wintertime, so it's dreary outside, so you don't get to get as much of the pop of color there. But lasered out Great White dial, brush case, small coin bezel, matching insert. You can kind of see you got a nice little pop of the 40, but you can see the 30 does not pop as much. So there's not as much brown in that, but you get what you get with these lasers. '50 is kind of cool. It has like a line through it or something. And some areas you don't see it. See? Right there you don't see it on the 50, but there you can kind of see there's a line. In person, what do I see in person? Yeah, I see a line. That's kind of cool. It's one of those ones where it's not there, and then it is there. So that's kind of cool. I had to like move around to see the light on my side too, so I didn't notice it before. Anchor engraved crown, anchor engraved caseback, and then we have a nut like the band on this thing. Well, wrap nicely, but it is on there nice and tight. This is a suede leather. We got a brown that matches that brown. We've got a nice charcoalish blue that goes well with that blue. Strap from HD Straps. A shark, I don't want to say engraved. I guess it would be more like CNC'd. A CNC'd shark buckle. And did a set of silver paddle hands on there. And that's the build. Came out pretty stout. I think it came out pretty awesome for me not knowing I was going to match this strap. Like there you can see that brown to brown like is perfect. And then that gray to that gray. Like I laid it on top of it and I was like, holy crap. This has been sitting in my box for 6 months just waiting for this dial. So that's why I always buy them kind of in bulk with my guys. Just say, hey, nothing's out of the realm, but there's certain colors I don't do a lot with, so stick away from those. And just make me a nice myriad of colors here. And we'll see what works. And I remember thinking, when am I ever going to use this brown with this gray? Like, unless I'm using a brass dial, and then this gray, I'm not doing any Cerakote. And oddly enough, this is what it was for. So, bezel on it will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel. It just holds pressure against the sides. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back, and as you're moving, it's moving. So, but if you're not moving, it's not winding. So before you put it on, before you set your time, make sure you wind it just a little bit to make sure that you are moving enough that it's fine. Back the crown out. See, hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is clockwise as you're looking at it. Counterclockwise does not wind it, but it is like a ratchet. You can go back and forth and put wind there. It does not overwind anything. You have a slipping mainspring. So once it gets as much as it needs, it doesn't input anything more. So 4 or 5 seconds of that mixed with the rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day, but do it for a little longer like I did if you're going to be driving or want to make sure just either A, doesn't die, or B, that you have to move your hand around very much. So if you're sitting at a desk all day, So 31-hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it. When you are good with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click. You can now set your time. Does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on the movement on that keyless works. Okay, Google, what time is it?
1:33 p.m.
1:33 p.m. When you're good, you're going to push it over, get out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is the build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads, and these are actually quite close with that blue color we were able to get out of there. So matching beads. This is going to come in a great white lasered slider box with a schematic style watch pillow. This will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. Everything here in the center, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. It's going to come with leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft, though you probably will never need it. If you do, apply it on the back, let it soak in, remove any excess using a rag. Don't use a microfiber. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch. It's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. But if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of that on it and buff it using your color matching and included microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, filling that scratch, haze it, and buff it out, and it should be gone. You're basically just building back the layer that you scratched out of there. So if it doesn't go away, wait a little bit, let that solidify, and revisit it. And that's the build. Man, I'm going to have to actually remove some... this is quite a stout pillow, and I think I added to it already. I don't know why I did that with some of them, but yeah, you can totally feel this extra that I put in here off to the side. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. I hope you like it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.